Hello and welcome back to the channel Financial Fallout Diary. Today is the 5th of April and we have been celebrating Easter here in Sweden. It's kind of a strange thing to do actually because I don't understand what it's about, because it's like something about Jesus and something about rabbits and eggs. I'm really not sure who made this up, but someone was high when it was wrote in this part of the story, I think. But this is what we have been doing. And as I told you before, we have been planning to go to the Balkans, like Albania and Bosnia and stuff, places like this. But we had a little bit of setbacks now when Trump has attacked Iran, and the fuel prices is going up, and they are talking about shortages in diesel fuel in the European. So we will see if it's possible for us to travel somewhere at all, or if we have to stay at home in Sweden. But that's also fine. And if I understand it correctly, the war in Iran is not close to any kind of solution right now, because they are really far away from each other. The Iranians doesn't want to give in, and Trump wanted to keep on bombing. So, but I don't know about this really, because still I don't want the Iranians to get nuclear weapons, because it's pretty obvious that they are what they are trying to do. So I think that this war you will have anyway. It doesn't matter what would happen. It's just if we had this war now or later, because sooner or later the Iranian would use their nuclear weapons to conflict power on the region and the rest of the world, in the same way like every other great nations has done. So we will see how this will fall out. It's a bit right now. It's a bit unclear, and in the stock markets, there's been a lot of closed days and stuff like this. So it's not been so much movements on the. There's not been so much movements on the stock prices. So we would see. I don't know. I think the silver prices is around $76, $77 an ounce or something like this. It's been going up a little bit, but that is also like the petrol have gone up a lot. The oil have gone up a lot. I think it's I think the Brent oil is up like 20% this week or something like this. So we will see what's happening. But right now it looks kind of dark for my part of the region, but still this is no big difference. I mean, people are still going out, people are still handling food, having parties, making up. So in my daily life, in my like normal life, I have just heard a bit people complaining a little bit, but no one is really worried about what's coming. So we will see. Maybe this is good. Maybe everyone else is right, and this will just turn itself out perfectly by themselves, and nothing big problem will happen, or this will be a bigger problem. More what I think, that it will be a cascading problem, or problem that don't will end. But we will see. But one thing is kind of I don't know if this is true or not, but if I understand this correctly, so Germany has passed a new law that makes all men and boys between 17 and 40 need to tell their government before they're leaving the country for more than 3 months. So they need to have permission to leave the country for more than 3 months. And this is also in the European Union, so not only outside the EU, and also like in the EU. And if I understand this correctly, it's because they want to have a flow of taxpayers and military soldiers to fight the next world war. They are afraid that their citizens will leave when the taxes start to rise, and the war is starting to coming in over the European Union. So this was interesting because this is one thing I actually predicted. This is one thing I I've seen. This is one part of, if I understand it, this is what will be happening. That the government started to make it harder for their population to leave, just because of demographic problem, demographic collapse. So this is an interesting development, and I hope that we're not going the same way, because then maybe it's really time to start leaving the countries. Because when the country is starting to like see their citizens like they own them like cattle, like they can do whatever they want, you cannot leave this place if I don't give you permission. This is a big problem for, or this could be a big problem for the way we see each other, because then our governments and our leaders can do a lot of unpleasant things, because they know that no one will leave. So if they like now the politicians has like some pressure that if they're too bad to their citizens, the citizens will leave. So this is a good way for like the regular humans to like put pressure on their government, just to like, okay, if this gets too bad, I just leave to a better country. But if you're not allowed to leave, then they can do pretty much whatever they want with you, because you have no alternative to go to. So this, I hope, will not happen. And if it happens, we will have big problems. Then we go to a real dystopia, I think. But yeah, that's my thoughts for today. So basically, nothing big has happened. Nothing like major. Just like the same as been this last couple of weeks with the war in Iran, and with some new legislations going through in the European Union. So we will see what happens. But I keep you updated, and I see you next week. Thank you. Bye, guys.